So now, so good evening all. So tell me what you have studied in last class.
Last class we have studied
Wildlife sanctuaries and what is mean by wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves.
Differences between biosphere reserves and wildlife sanctuaries, as well as
And then wildlife sanctuaries and zoos.
zoo.
Zoo.
Right? So in today's class, we are going to study national park. What?
National park.
Next place for conservation of wildlife is national parks. Correct. So totally we have three different types of places for conservation of animals, wildlife. That is biosphere reserves. Next one is wildlife sanctuaries, and next one is what? National parks. Okay. So now, so national parks. So this is what our today's class is. So let us discuss about this national park first. So as we know that if it comes to the biosphere reserves and as well as wildlife sanctuary, everywhere we are protecting animals as well as plants. Is it yes or no? We are protecting fauna as well as flora. Flora and fauna. Yes? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The national park. Understand? If it comes to the national park is also a relatively very large, understand, large area, a beautiful area. I can say that the area of beauty, protected and maintained by the government, protected and maintained by the government to preserve flora and fauna, and as well as landscape, historic objects of the area, understand, places of scientific interest. That is only we used to call it as national park. So where it has been taken by, it has been maintained, a beautiful area which has been protected and maintained by a government to preserve flora and fauna, both plants and animals, and as well as historic objects of that area and the places of scientific interest. Means where we can find like king's palaces or some kind of like a king's swords and etc. you may see. So that is only called as, understand, national park. For example, a small park I will say. Have you visited Tanjore Park? Have you visited?
Okay.
Yes. So if you go to Tanjore, understanding, while you are going to the entering into the Tanjore temple behind, we have some small park. So where also we can see inside the park, all the kinds of kings related objects and all has been kept protected. Means in the sense of like a museum also present inside this park. So like that, if you take a very big object, very big area, which has been well protected for both animals as well as plants. Means plants also, rare plants also, they will grow. Rare animals like endangered or extended animals, everything they will be grown and they will be protected there. Understanding? And they have been maintained, also maintained the historical objects of that particular area has been kept, like museum we used to call. So that is only we used to call it as, understand, national park. Now, what is the main purpose of this national park means? It is only for our human purpose to create recreation and enjoyment. Understand? So the main purpose, like it's like actually it is a side purpose. The main purpose is what? To preserve flora and fauna, and as well as landscapes and historic objects of that area, and whatever it is present in that particular area, they is used to preserve that in that particular areas, and they will maintain beautifully to attract the people and all. Why? Because they increase the tourism. Do you understand it? So that is the main another purpose. The another purpose of establishing this national park is to provide human recreation and enjoyment. Means if we'll go there, we people will feel relaxed. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, and we will get happiness also. If you have some feelings, some like emotions, sad emotions or something, if you'll go to the park, if you'll see that people who are watching there, and if you'll observe the people, trees and animals, and as well as these museum things, museum objects, like old historical objects and all, we will get some kind of reformation of our brain, and as well as we will get the fresh thoughts, and we will feel enjoyment. So that is the main purpose. Johan, call to Chaitanya. So that is the
Yes, sir, I have got it.
another one more purpose of establishing national parks. That is what? To provide the human recreation and enjoyment. And if you'll observe here, people are allowed to enter these national parks under certain conditions, means in the sense of they can easily understand all the humans. If you enter into the park, what you people will do? Can you able to say how you can enjoy the park? Animals are being
By
preserved.
seeing animals.
We can walk easily. We can go wherever we want. So animals has been protected here. So we can walk easily in this national park. So that is the main thing. So if you observe here, the people are allowed to enter national parks under certain conditions. We should not keep your hands inside the caves and all. Not like that. They will follow. Understand? So we should not irritate the animals, like because few animals will attack. You may notice in YouTube, if they will go suppose near the ducks and all, like ostrich and all. Some children they will keep the fingers and all. Have you noticed that the ostrich will catch it? Is it yes or no? Yes. So like that the things.
Yes, sir.
So like that we should not do like that thing. So under certain conditions, humans are allowed to enter national parks to see wild animals and roaming about in their natural environment. Like we will feel very pleasant atmosphere, fresh air is to come. So we will feel a recreation ourselves. So that is what the main purpose. And they will see the historic objects of the area of understanding, recreational, enjoyment, and inspirational. And the main thing is educative purposes. Do you notice it? Suppose you people last year visited Hyderabad. Is it yes or no? Telangana, in our Andhra, in our Telugu state. Hyderabad, you people visited. Yes. Or not? So you
Yes,
may
sir, yes.
You may visited, my expectations, as you visited the Birla Mandir, Salar Singh Museum, Zoological Park, Nehru Zoological Park, Tank Bund, and you may visited main thing, Ramoji Film City, where the South Indian film shooting is taking place. Ramoji Film City. Have you visited or not? I think you may be not went. Correct? Do you went or not Hyderabad tour? Shruti, Johan,
Sir?
you went Hyderabad tour last before year.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It's okay. If you'll observe here, even if you'll take understanding, if you'll go Chennai, what you people will do? Chennai Central, understanding, or else that forts which are present, or else Chennai Beach, Marina Beach you will watch. If Marina Beach, definitely you'll go to Marina Beach. You will go to Chennai for visiting. Is it yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
And also we have so many museums in Chennai also, because even Chennai is the oldest city which has been well developed from British time. So if you go and visit, what will happen? We people can come to know what is the historic place present in there and how the people used to live olden days. Understanding? It will give the educative purpose, like history. We can come to know the history of that place, how the people used to live, what is their food habits, what is the culture, what is the dressing style.
Yes.
Like that, all the things we can come to know, which we used to study in history. So this is what the main purpose of national parks. They will give the everything to the people. Understand? Actually, main purpose of this is what? It has been preserved the flora and fauna. But here we are keeping in a understanding prison. They have been restricted, and we can go walk. We can freely walk, and we can enjoy whatever we can.
Yes.
So from this national park,
sir.
we used to get enjoyment, inspirational, and educational. So many things. So basically, if you observe, this national park is an area reserved.
Sir, Reddy is not answering, sir.
Okay, leave it. So maybe I think he may thought that 4 o'clock. Okay, so let it be.
Yes, sir.
So if you observe this national park, Johan and Sulte, so this if you observe the main purpose of this understanding national park is it is an area where the reserved for the mainly conservation of water, conservation of wildlife, understanding, conservation of wildlife, within which thus understanding public recreational activity is permitted. Public recreational activity means public can go freely and they can enjoy by seeing the animals which has been preserved. That is what the understanding national park means. Understand? But it has been recreational activity is permitted, which is comfortable. Understanding? So that everything like what we can say, we are conservating. Understanding? This is the main primary object is we are conservating wildlife, but also we can create the understanding public recreational activity so that we can generate the economy. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the main thing. So national parks are large and diverse enough to protect whole sets of ecosystem. Means it can protect the birds, it can protect the animals, it can protect the plants, it can protect the different kind of habitats, different kind of ecosystems. So that is what we used to call as national parks. So national parks are very, very large and diverse enough. Diverse enough means different varieties of understanding to protect whole sets of ecosystem. We can protect the different kind of ecosystem in national parks. So this is what we used to call as national parks. But if you'll observe, understand the exploitation of natural resources in national park, is it strictly prohibited or allowed? Can you able to say, Shruti, Johan? Exploitation means
Sir,
cutting,
strictly
exporting,
prohibited, sir.
yeah, strictly prohibited. So what is the meaning of exploitation? Exploitation means poaching, killing, cutting the trees, transporting, that is only called as exploitation. So exploitation is completely prohibited, understanding, strictly prohibited, understanding, in the national parks, because it is under whom, Mama? Shruti? Johan, it is under whom? It is under
Government.
Human
it is under government. The main purpose is to preserve, understanding, or conserve this flora and fauna. So no kind of exploitation activities is allowed. Understand? So the national parks are protected from most of the developmental schemes. Understanding? National parks are developed from most of the developmental schemes. Like in the sense of like constructions of dams, etc., also we can keep it in a national park so that the people can come and they will visit also. So their natural attractions are preserved. That is what the main purpose is. Natural, understanding, national parks means natural attractions are preserved. We will never do, there is no human activity such as mining, hunting, fishing, etc. Whatever it is there present inside, it may be alive, it may be dying, like that only it will be. That is what you should remember. Understand? So not allowed inside a national park. Anything like digging, mining, hunting, fishing, understanding, cutting the trees, nothing is allowed in this national park. So that is what is to called as national parks, completely prohibited. Understand? So this is all about the national parks. Now, so these points, few important points we'll write in our classwork. Later we'll go. Understand? So inside our India, how many national parks are there? What is the main
more than 500.
Yeah, no, that is wildlife sanctuaries. Understanding that? Understand, Ra?
Okay, sir.
Okay, da? Actually, one more thing I should say. Actually, these all the national parks, present existing national parks are long back they are the wildlife sanctuaries. But why they have made now national parks? Can you able to say? Before they are wildlife sanctuaries only. Now they are
For money, sir.
that is, so make it as a public place so that people can watch, understand, people can go and they can enjoy, they will get the recreation. That is what. Understanding, Ra? So now, so that is why we can say many of national parks were initially wildlife sanctuaries only. Later, understanding, some of the understanding, so many these wildlife sanctuaries has been transformed to national parks. So in that, how many are you expecting in our India? How many national parks, Shruti? How many are you expecting in our India?
Sir, I think there will be low.
There will be. So if you'll observe, in our India, we have around 80, more than 80. Understand? It's not confirmed. 80 national parks are there. Imagine then small parks like in Pudukkottai Gandhi Park. Hundreds, thousands of parks will be there. I think in Pudukkottai, not one. In Tamil Nadu, each area, each district, each place, we have a small park. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir. Here also there.
Yeah, you may observe. Here Gandhi Park is there. If you go, that water body is there. That is also one of the park. If you go to that, what I can say, that Periyar Nagar Park is there. Have you noticed it? Ram Theatre Park is there. Like a small park, like evening we can walk. And if you go Kumbakonam you may watch. Every area we have a small park at least, where the people can walk evening, they will relax. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, we cannot remember all the 80 national parks. This is all very small parks, and 80 parks is very, very big park. But in that, the most prominent, what is the meaning of prominent? Prominent.
Biggest park?
Yeah, prominent means which is having a highest famous or priority, means highly priority parks. Understanding? Most well developed parks. Understanding, Ra?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so that is only called as prominent. So prominent. Okay, so that we will study what are the main prominent parks. Like in Tamil we can call it as Mukhya Mantu. Mukyamaina. In Telugu we can call Mukyamaina. Tamil what we can call?
Mukyamana.
Mukyamanatu. Mukyamanatu. Correct?
Sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mukyamana only, sir.
What? Ra?
Mukyamana only, sir.
Mukyamanatu. But in Google is saying Mukyamanatu. Mukyamanatu. Okay. So that is means very important national parks. Understand, Ra? Very important national.
Yes, sir.
So around 10 national parks we will study. Understand? So in that national
Okay.
parks, so many they are wildlife only, which you have already studied. Same thing we will study again. So first we will study what is national parks and what is the main purpose of that and what it will do. That is what we will study and what is restricted. Later we will go for the prominent national parks of India. So first word you should study here. Today vocabulary. What you should study the
Prominent.
exploitation. First word is exploitation. Already we have studied that. Understanding. Next one is prominent. Study. Prominent. Understanding. Note it down that. Prominent.
Okay, sir.
Understanding?
Yes,
Next.
sir.
So let us, all of you keep headings. Keep heading. National Park.
Okay, sir.
National Park. Right. National Park is a relatively. National Park is a relatively. National Park is a relatively. You can write.
Ten, sir.
National Park is relatively larger area, relatively larger area of scenic beauty. Scenic beauty. What is the meaning of scenic? Scenic means which is very, very
Sir,
good.
that
Yeah.
natural view, sir.
Understanding. Yeah. Scenic beauty.
Sceneries.
Yeah. Scenic beauty. Scenic beauty. Understanding. Scenic beauty. Protected and maintained by the. Protected and maintained by the. Protected and maintained. Maintained by the government to preserve flora, understanding, fauna and flora, to preserve fauna and flora means what?
Plants and animals.
Plants and animals. Wild plants.
Flora and fauna and flora, understanding, comma, landscape, comma, historic objects of the area. Landscapes, historic objects on the of that area and
And yes.
and places of scientific interest and places of scientific interest. This is what we used to call as national park. So what is the main? So what this is the main purpose and what is this? So what is the main? So also they will give what second point. So they will give you what recreation for the people and also they will give what recreation and enjoyment. That is what you should write. Another purpose of establishing national parks is also you can simplify and you write. They will provide human recreation recreation and enjoyment. And enjoyment. Do you understand, Ra? Human recreation and
Yes, sir.
enjoyment. Write it. Next. Exploitation. Third point. So, what is the main purpose, Ruti? What is the main purpose of this?
Exploitation is
For money,
bad.
sir.
So, main purpose is to preserve understanding, to preserve flora and fauna as well as historic objects of the area. Understand? So that, right? The exploitation of natural resources. The exploitation is a new word you should learn.
Yes.
Exploitation of natural resources are strictly prohibited. Strictly prohibited. Prohibited means what? Restricted.
Sir,
Restricted. That is what you should remember. Means completely stopped. That is. So from this, because of this national parks, what humans can get? What humans can get? So we can
Enjoyment.
We can enjoyment, understanding. So we can get the understanding area. It is for area mainly for what? It is a recreational center, enjoyment, inspirational, and educative purposes. Correct or not? That is the thing you should
Yes,
write.
sir.
Okay, na? Right.
tour and all, sir.
What?
We'll go tour, no, sir. For
Tour,
next.
that is what? Educational tour we can
Educational
call,
tour.
correct? If our school is going tour, we used to call it as educational tour. Means we can come to know the historic things of that place and who is living there and how they lived, what is their habitats, understanding what is their living culture, way of living, everything we can come to know. So that is what you should understand. Okay, da?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Already joined. Okay, I have seen already. Write it now. Next point. Right. So right, in natural parks, people are allowed to enter in national parks. People are allowed to enter and will get recreation. Next what? Recreation,
Enjoyment.
enjoyment, recreation, enjoyment. Ready? Understand? Ready? Recreation, enjoyment.
Yes, sir.
Understand, Ra? Inspirational and educative purposes. Inspirational and educative purposes. Inspirational and educative purposes. So that is what the main purpose. Understand, Ra? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
That is. So not it down. So this is. So we have how many total in India? In India, national parks are
80 plus, sir.
around national parks count. Understanding, we have around 80 national parks. 18 count, more than 80.
Yes, sir.
You understanding? But only we'll study now the 10 main prominent national parks in India. Do you understand, Ra? Prominent
Yes,
national
sir.
parks. So let us see now. So what is the main thing? So if you consider the national parks, what they will do? They will, natural attractions are preserved. That is what the main thing. That is also you should note it down. Understand? So in natural parks, natural attractions
Attraction.
are preserved. You understand, Shruti? That is. So now let us discuss some of the most prominent, understanding, most famous or well sophisticated national parks in our India. Understanding natural national parks in India. So let us come to the first one. You can keep heading prominent national parks of India. Prominent national parks of India. Another word you should learn here. Prominent.
Sir, national parks are present all over the world, no, sir?
All over world. Our India only will study. Prominent national parks in India. Every country is having Ra.
Okay, sir.
Because everybody need to conserve the animals, correct? Conserve the wildlife.
Yes,
That is prominent national parks in India. You can keep reading. So in these few names already we
Yes,
have
sir.
studied in wildlife sanctuaries, but the same wildlife sanctuaries are turns into what?
National parks.
That is what, nothing is there. So that is also you should remember. So most of the national parks before they are wildlife sanctuaries only. Many of that is what you should remember. So first one, Corbett National Park. Corbett National Parks. Corbett.
Carpet
Corbett.
or
Corbett. Corbett. Corbett National Park. Corbett National Park. Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand. Corbett National Park. Uttarakhand. Okay, da?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand. KHAND, Uttarakhand. Next, second one. Kanha National Park. Where it is there? Already we have studied it. Bioreserve. Bioreserve. Kanha National Park, which is already present in one park, which is present in where? Which is present in one of the biosphere reserve.
Panchmari Biosphere.
Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. One park we have. That is only Kanha National Park. National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Where it is there?
Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya
Madhya
Pradesh.
Pradesh. Next. Ranthambore National Park. Ranthambore National Park. Ranthambore. Ranthambore National Park. It starts with R. What is the state in India starts with R?
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan, sir.
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
Ranthambore National Park. Actually, Nehru Zoological Park in Hyderabad is also well famous nowadays, but it has been not included in the books till now. Next, Gir National Park. Gir National Park. GIR Gir. Gir National
I
Park.
think it is in Madhya Pradesh, sir.
Hey, Gir starts with a G.
Yes, I heard about that. In the map I saw, sir.
Gir National Park. Gujarat. You may heard the word cow called as Gir cow. Do you know Gir cows?
Yes, sir.
Cows are famous. Gir cow is the India's best quality of milk. Do you know it or not? And even livestock,
No, sir.
they will be in red color, like brown color cows. Gir cow.
No,
That is
sir. I didn't heard, sir.
You don't know?
No, sir.
Gir cow, I will show you. So Gir cow actually our Indian cows, even you can see nowadays it is going to extend, so that our Indian government is also trying to protect this. This is also going to extend. This is called as Gir cow. Even per day they will give some cows, they will give you even 100 liters of milk. Natural. It is not a hybrid one, natural one. This is called as Gir cow. It is famous in Gujarat. Gir cow. Have you seen? Pigs.
They present this national park, sir.
Yes. This is only in Gujarat because specialty you see. Their ears. Have you checked their ears?
Yes, sir. It is.
Ears are very
It's
big.
long, sir.
Also, understanding their tones are very not like our cows, and also you see they have something extra like a body part bounce hump we can call. Hump is present
sir.
like a bull's. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dankodola we can call it as develop we can call it. In Telugu we can call it as, which is shaking in their neck and front part. Have you noticed it? This part. This is. That is called as understanding. Develop. So this is the speciality of Gir cow. Understanding, which is located in Gujarat.
Yes,
this quality of milk is too much, understanding, and very, very healthy also. And that is why this Gir cow is basically found in Gujarat and Haryana and all. That people are why too much strong and too much long height, six packs and all, because of this only. Very healthy and high quality milk. 1 liter around cost 100 rupees, 90, 100 rupees. Very healthy milky, natural cow. Okay, Ra?
Sir, here only 30 rupees, sir.
Yeah, ours hybrid cows, man. Hybrid cows. Okay. See, actually, natural cows are naughty. Naughty we can call. Naughty one will give you very good healthy milk, and but quantity is less. That is why we people won't prefer. But this gir cow cannot sustain in our like climate. That is why it is located in only in Gujarat. But if you go to some countries, England, understand? Some England, Germany, they have already exported these gir cows, and so many parks, cow parks are there in some countries where we can found the gir cows because that is the best world's best cows in the quality of milk. That is why. So gir cow. That is Gir National Parks, which is in Gujarat. Next, Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park. Where?
Kaziranga National Park. Sir, in Kaziranga.
Wildlife biosphere is there. Kaziranga National
Yes,
Park.
sir. Yes, sir.
Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga. Assam.
Kaziranga Biosphere, sir.
Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park. Where it is located? Biosphere we have studied. Same place it is also. Assam.
Assam, sir. Yes, sir.
Assam. Next, write it fastly. Kaziranga National Park. See, even for general knowledge also it will be useful. That is why. Next, Sundarbans National Park. Sundarbans.
Sundarbans. Wait, sir.
Where?
Sir,
Sir, in that Bengal, sir, West Bengal.
Biosphere reserve.
Sir, West Bengal, sir. Yes, sir. West Bengal.
West Bengal,
That's
not
all.
West Bengal. Actually, present West Bengal is West Bengal. Understanding? So many allergens are going on because of some stupid activities. These politicians, stupid
Yes,
politicians.
sir.
Yeah. Actually, West Bengal is the best Bengal during independence. Now West Bengal is the West Bengal present situations. Understand? Right?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, because so many fighters, freedom fighters or rebellions are from West Bengal. And now it is a stupid state where we used to find more all illegal activities. This,
Okay.
that is next. Next, Bandipur National Park. Bandipur National Park. Bandi.
Sir, Karnataka.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, Bandipur National Park. Karnataka, K.
Karnataka.
Yeah, your neighbor state. Our neighbor state also.
Yes, sir.
My state
Karnataka.
also, sir.
What? Ours very near. Yours also, I think. Next. Dachigam National Park. Dachigam. Dachigam National Park.
Sir, Dachigam.
History in future it will be useful. Dachigam National Park. All the competitive exams and all. Standard. This is all like a standard GK, general knowledge. Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, sir. JK.
Yeah, J&K. Jammu and Kashmir. Next, ninth one. 10 totally we have. Everybody must remember 10. GK. You can remember. Next. Sariksha. Sariska National Park, Rajasthan. Sariska National Park. Again, it is also located in Rajasthan. RJ.
Okay, sir.
Sariska, whatever you want, you can call. No issues. So that is. So that's the last one. Last one, which is located again in Madhya Pradesh only, which is located in Panchmahi Biosphere National Park. What is the name, please?
Sir,
Satpura.
Bori.
Bori Wildlife Sanctuary. Satpura.
Sir, yes, sir. Satpura.
Pura. Yes.
Satpura National Park. That mountains are called as Satpura Mountains. Understanding? Again, MP. So these are the 10
Sir, can you show the seventh one,
Do
sir?
you notice it? Understanding? Bandipur National Park. Do you notice that there is no kind of national park which is prominent one in Andhra, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu? Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Nothing is there.
Why, sir?
Yeah, I don't know. All are in North India only, except this Karnataka. Except this Karnataka, I don't know why they kept that also. They may remove that too also. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is. Do it. The Chigam National Park.
Completed, sir.
Completed.
Sir, seventh one, sir.
Yes, sir.
Seventh one, Bandipur National Park. That is the
Okay,
only
sir,
South
Bandipur.
Indian park. Remaining all North Indian parks.
Yes, sir.
That is.
Why there is no park in South India?
I don't know. I will call to Modi tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I will call. Else you call.
Sir, there is national parks, but not bigger, sir.
Yeah, it is not bigger. Not it is not been well famous. That is okay. Okay. So now
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
again, see we have studied the different types of biosphere reserves. 10 biosphere reserves. We have studied only one biosphere reserve. What is that?
Sir, Panchmani, sir.
Biosphere reserve. Correct or not? Now again,
Sir.
I have told you 10 national parks. In that one national park we will study. So what is that means? Satpura National Park, which is located in where?
Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh, MP. Understanding? Satpura National Park. You can keep it in. Satpura National Park.
Sir, this is also the same Panchmani biosphere, sir.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Satpura National Park. Actually, why Madhya Pradesh only sir means in India, the highest percentage of forest is located in Madhya Pradesh. Understand? Actually, they are the India's reserve forest of India is Madhya Pradesh. That is one. Satpura National Park, which is located in where? MP. Madhya Pradesh. Actually, tribals are highest percentage. The different varieties of tribals means the diversity of tribals and as well as understanding. What we can say? This one. Different kind of varieties of everything, highest percentage of land, different kind of tribals, different kind of culture.
Biodiversity.
Yeah, biodiversity we used to find in Madhya Pradesh. That is why we can study all everything is famous here only. Understanding? So Satpura National Park. So shall we discuss about this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because we should know one park at least. That is the reason. So now coming to the Satpura Bio Reserve, this reserve forest. Understand, or else national park we can say. This is the first forest reserve of India. You have to remember it. Understand? So if we take here this Satpura Reserve National Park, which is located in Madhya Pradesh, is the first forest reserve of India. First forest reserve of India. So the finest Indian teak means a best quality of
Sir,
teak.
someone joined the meeting, sir.
Let them. I think the time up. Maybe they have joined. I think. Okay. They will leave. Mari, you can join after 10 minutes. Okay. Now, so let us discuss. So now let us discuss about this. So Satpura National Park, which we used to call as a first forest reserve of India. Do you understand, Ra? First forest reserve of India. If you take what is the specialty, the first specialty of this forest is we can find the finest Indian teak, means the best quality of teak. Understanding is found in this forest only. Understand, Ra? And if you take the objects of historical understanding, evidence, historical importance, which we used to call as rock shelters. Rock shelters means olden days people used to live in between the stones and all. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like the ancient people and all, they used to live inside the rock forest. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So means in the sense of inside the caves, we can say rock caves and all they used to live. So we can find these rock shelters inside this Satpura National Park. These are the two specialities, and these rock shelters are the evidence of prehistoric human life in these jungles. Means how the people are living in olden days. This we can observe how their life skills, understand how they used to live and what is their things. That is all we can found in these rock shelters. Understand, like some kind of diagrams and all they used to draw with the paintings and all. Correct? So their lifestyles, what is the objects they have used, everything we can find in these rock shelters. So these are the two importance of Satpura National Park, why we should especially need to study. Understand? So the first one is what? The finest Indian teak is found, and next one is we can found the ancient rock shelters, which will give the evidence of our Indian ancient people. Understand? That is. So